It's Lisa and welcome to Vlogmas week 3. How is it week 3 already? I don't understand. I truly feel like this month and this holiday season has just been flying by, and I also feel like this year, even though I'm doing all of the holiday Christmas things, I don't really feel like it's Christmas time, like that it's the holiday season. I think me and my family have been talking about it, that like this year, obviously the big event for us was my sister's wedding, and that happened actually a month ago. It was November 12th. It's now December 12th today. Ooh, that's wild. But obviously the wedding was such a big thing for my whole family to be looking forward to for the end of the year, and then like the holiday season just started up so quickly after that it feels like I didn't have any time to actually like get excited for the holiday season, so now it just doesn't feel like it's actually happening. It even snowed last night, and to me it's like snow is like, oh yes, like here we go, it's the holidays, it's Christmas time. Because December is like the only month that I like snow, because I feel like it adds to like the cozy magical vibes of the holiday season. So once it like hits the new year, I'm like, okay, enough, get rid of the snow, I'm over it. But yesterday was like the first snowfall, which was really exciting, and normally when it snows for the first time I'm like, okay, yeah, it's holiday season, it's that time. And I'm still like, Christmas is like 2 weeks away and it doesn't feel like that. So anyway, the point is, this week, I gotta do a lot of Christmas things. I hopefully will be getting some Christmas gifts in the mail this week. I also did go Christmas shopping last week and have some presents here, like a good amount of presents. So I can wrap some of those. I have some crafty presents, of course, this year, because I can't help myself. But I'm forcing myself to keep it simple because I know myself, and I can very easily just be like, well, what if I do this very elaborate thing for each individual thing that I have to do, and then it will take me hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I'm not going to do that this year, but I'm definitely going to like work on those things that I have to get done this week. I'm hoping, because I'm actually planning on doing a 24-hour readathon this week. I think me and Darian are going to do one together, and we're waiting until like closer to the end of the week. So I'm hoping the first half of the week I can spend like doing a lot of those Christmassy things that I need to get done, so that I won't feel guilty doing the 24-hour readathon and feel like I'm wasting time. But yeah, this week is definitely going to be a big like Christmas wrapping, Christmas gift purchasing, Christmas gift making and creating week. Oh, and we have a furry friend here. Hello, Sammy. Do you want to say hello to the vlog? Say hello. Do you want to go back to exploring? I know there's a lot of things right there that you could get into, but we're not gonna, because we're mature. Okay, thank you for saying hello. The people will appreciate it. But other than Christmas related things, some reading updates, some reading plans for the week, if I even have time to read this week. This is the thing, I know I never read a lot in December because I'm always just like, Christmas. I have to focus on all the things I have to do for the holidays, so I don't tend to do a lot of reading. But like I said, 24-hour readathon this week, hopefully, and maybe some other reading on top of that. So I'm currently reading Cursed by Marissa Meyer, and I'm on chapter 14, which is page 116. So I'm hoping that I can finish this before the 24-hour readathon that I'm going to do later this week, because I want that 24-hour readathon to be very holiday focused. Like I want to read a lot of like holiday rom-coms. So I'd love to finish this before the 24-hour readathon, and I feel like I will be, because I feel like I am, when actually reading it, the pages and everything is going quickly, like I'm reading it quickly when I'm actually picking it up, so I feel like I'll be able to finish it, hopefully. And then I did start an audiobook as well this morning. I started Five Survive by Holly Jackson. This is the same author as the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, which I read and loved, so I was really excited to see that she was coming out with something else, and this is like different story, different characters, it's standalone, it's completely different from that series, so I'm excited to see if I enjoy another story by her that has nothing to do with that original series from her. And this is like another like mystery thriller. It's It's following this group of friends who travel in an RV to go on their spring break, and it turns out that maybe one of them in the group is like trying to kill people in the group, or there might be someone else involved. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on, but there's someone within them, I think, that is not a good person that's trying to take them out. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I also think I'm going to count this for Lightfall, which is a mini version of the Magical Readathon hosted by G from Book Roast. This is just like a fun extra thing. You basically just like are going around different shops and reading books based off of the prompts based off of those shops. So there's actually a prompt for, I think it's like the bookstore, and the first one is to just like read a mystery thriller. So I think I'm going to count 5 Survive for that. And I think with the Magical Readathon is you can't count any books that you've already started towards the prompts. So I don't think I can count Tales from Shadowhunter Academy, which I just finished, and Cursed by Marissa Meyer, because I technically started them before the readathon started. But 5 Survive, I've started during the time of the readathon, and I'm definitely going to count it for that. I'm also listening to 5 Survive as an audiobook, so I feel like it's going to go quickly. Like, I started it this morning, and I think I'm already like 15, maybe, % of the way through. I don't really remember, and my phone is over there. But I think I've already listened to like an hour and a half of the audiobook. I think it's only like 10 hours long, so I feel like it's going to go pretty quickly. I'm also like very intrigued already. It kind of just like gets right into the story. It doesn't take long to get into the suspenseful parts. So I'm excited to keep going with that and count it for the readathon. I love that I'm so overwhelmed by the holiday season right now and everything I have to do, and yet I'm still trying to read 50 things, do a readathon, do a 24-hour readathon. Why? Why am I doing this to myself? But it's all fun things. There's no stress. I'm not stressed. Never even heard of stress, actually. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to start the vlog, say hello. Hopefully a lot of reading will be done this week, as well as a lot of Christmas prep, because got a lot to do. I also want to watch a lot of Christmas movies this week, because I still have a lot on my list that I need to watch. Alright, hello. I'm filming on my phone yet again, because my camera batteries are charging. I just spent like hours filming my worst books of the year video. It just took me so long because my camera battery, my one good camera battery, kept dying, which is why I'm filming on my phone. It's currently charging. But anyway, hey, what's up? Is it Tuesday? Yes, it's Tuesday. It's Taylor Swift's birthday. Happy Taylor Swift Day. But I wanted to update really quickly because I have read a decent amount of 5 Survive by Holly Jackson, and I wanted to look at the Lightfall readathon and see what prompt it counts for. So the whole thing with Lightfall, you can go to the Old Favor Pass, which has a bunch of shops, and I'm currently, if I count this book, for this readathon and this prompt, I'm currently in the Old Tales bookstore, and the prompt for that is to read a mystery or a thriller, and this is definitely a thriller, and so I think I'm going to count it for that. I also think, like, if I do my 24-hour readathon later this week, which I hope I do, I'm still planning on it, I think the Smith and Friends and Sons Arcane Goods and Such store, which love that. I love G's creativity, which is a general store for magic goods. A lot of the prompts for that one, I think I'll be able to count the books I read for my 24-hour readathon for, because it's read a contemporary book, read a book set during a holiday, and read a book published this year. So I feel like I'll be able to check off a lot of those ones. We'll see if I'm able to check off anything else. I don't know if I'll be able to, because I think this readathon ends next Sunday. I believe it's the 18th. I really only have this week to complete as many prompts as possible, but I did at least post a photo challenge to Instagram today, so that's good. But yeah, 5 Survive, I wanted to quickly update on that because I have read a significant amount of this book. I'm 76% of the way through this audiobook. I think I have 2.5 hours left. I have flown through this because I haven't been able to stop listening to it. I don't know if I already explained what this book is about, but you're following this group of friends who are traveling in an RV to go on spring break, and they end up taking this wrong turn and get stuck down this kind of dead end, and they end up getting essentially stranded there because someone is in the woods surrounding them with a weapon and is threatening to kill one of them. So it's a very, you know, low stress, very chill read. No, that's a joke. I have never been so stressed reading a book. I feel like the most stressed I've ever been reading a book is probably Holly Jackson's like Good Girls Guide to Murder books. I don't know what it is about her, but she's just able to get me very invested and very stressed on behalf of these characters. There's one character that like, he's literally so awful that I feel like him being potentially involved is too obvious, but like, he can choke. He's so awful. He's so willing to throw literally everyone under the bus. And it's just like, it's such a scary situation that they're in. They're stuck in this RV and they're all being threatened. Basically, like one of them has a secret that the person outside of the RV that's like attacking them wants them to come forward and say, and they probably aren't going to survive the night. It's just so stressful. There was a particular scenario that I won't say too much because I don't want to spoil anyone, but I was sitting there and I was like, I knew it wasn't going to end well. I just had a feeling, but I was so stressed. I kept pausing the audiobook because I didn't want to continue on because I just didn't want to read it. I was so stressed. I don't know if I've ever been so stressed reading a book before. I mean, probably, but this is up there. Very stressful. And I genuinely have also, excuse my hair. I just quickly put it up after I finished filming. But anyway, yeah, I have no idea where it's going. I have no idea what the reveals are going to be. Like I said, I feel like there's one character that would be too obvious. And then there's another character that I'm like, maybe it's them, but I don't want it to be them because I like that character. And also like the main character in this book has gone through a lot before this event and I just feel so bad for her. And yeah, I just want to protect her. So this book has just been a wild ride. So many, not so like twists and turns, yes, but it's just been like a stressful read and kind of one that I haven't been able to stop listening to because I just need to know what's going to happen. So like I said, I think I have like 2.5 hours left of this. I'm probably going to finish it tonight. I am determined to work on some of these Christmas gifts that I have to make tonight. I'm once again starting to be very stressed about how much I have to do. So I'm definitely going to work on some of those things tonight. Listen to the audiobook. I might need to finish the audiobook before I even get a chance to start on those Christmas crafts because I'm just so sucked into the story and need to know what's going to happen. But yeah, I just wanted to update on that because I'm loving it. I mean, I'm not loving it because it's so stressful and like the situation is so terrifying and some of these characters are just awful and I feel so bad for some of them, but I am really enjoying it. I have no idea where it's going and it has me stressed and on the edge of my seat this whole time. So hopefully we'll be finishing that soon. I assume tonight, and I'll update tomorrow with my final thoughts. Hopefully it's a 5-star. I would love for it to be 5 stars. Wednesday, my friends. How's it going? I just wanted to update you all because last night I finished 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. And let me tell you, that book was so stressful. I don't know what it is about Holly Jackson's thriller books, but she just like, the way she writes them is so suspenseful, so stressful. I feel like I've never been more stressed reading a book than I have reading her books. Like, so good. I gave it 4.5 stars. There was like one bit at the end that I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but for the most part, like a majority of the story, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it was nuts. It was just so wild. There were so many moments reading this book where I kept having to pause it because I would get stressed and like knew what was about to happen was not going to go well. But then I also was like, I need to know what's going to happen. So then I press play, but then I pause it again and then press play. Like it was so stressful. I also really loved like how she did the reveal on this book. I feel like the Good Girls Guide to Murder series has this like kind of reveal as well, where she just has so many pieces to the puzzle, to the overall picture and how everything is coming together, and it just makes it so exciting to read because you feel like you know all the answers, but then even more information gets thrown at you and it just like continues to snowball like that, and it is so well done. I don't know what to say. I definitely think that no matter what Holly Jackson publishes and writes, I will be reading it because I was nervous reading this book because it's the first book outside of the Good Girls Guide to Murder series that she has written, I believe. And it's definitely the first one that I've read outside of that series, if not. And I was nervous that I wasn't gonna love it because it was different from that series, but I was so like invested in the story and stressed out, and I really enjoyed it. So I definitely would recommend. I know like it was interesting because I went on to Goodreads to see kind of some of the reviews of this book because I haven't seen that many people read it yet. I think this just like recently came out, and there definitely was a mix of ratings, a variety of star ratings. So it's interesting. I think Holly Jackson, I think just thrillers in general is a genre that like people are either gonna love it or hate it. I think the way things are paced, the way reveals are done, what the reveals are, I think that's very personal on if it's something you enjoy or not. I also think like the predictability of books is so different person to person. Like there's books that I have read where I have not predicted a single thing, and like Five Survived had no idea really where it was going, and then I look at a review and someone said it was super predictable and they saw so many things coming, and I was like, oh, interesting. But then there's been like thrillers that I've read where I've been like, yeah, I predicted this like page 1, and then I go and look at the reviews and there's people saying I didn't see a single thing coming. So it's just like very personal. Obviously, I mean, most books and the reading experience is, but I feel like it's very clear that, you know, there's a variety of things that work for certain people versus not in the thriller or mystery genre. So there were some, you know, 1 and 2 star reviews of this book, and I looked at them and it was interesting to read some of them and to see what didn't work for these people with this book. And I know like Good Girls Guide to Murder, that series also, like some people love it, some people hate it. So I think if you like Holly Jackson's other books, you'll probably like this one. Also, like going back to the reviews, there was one that I think they gave it like 1 star, and they were saying like it didn't seem realistic, like why would these teenagers be involved in something like this, and just like talking about how this book like is unrealistic. And for me, I'm like, well, yeah, it's fiction. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be. And like, the reason it's teenagers involved is because it's a YA novel. So I think it just depends on like your preferences. Like, for me, I wasn't sitting there like expecting it to be realistic. I was just going in for a fun time. I think that's like the best way to approach Holly Jackson's books, because like when you really sit down and think about the plots of her books, the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, this book, the plots of them, it's like, would that really happen? Would that be allowed to happen? Would people really get involved in something like this? Like, there is a lack of, I guess, logic maybe to some of her plots, but it's like, that's part of the fun. That's what I go into them for. That's what I want. I just want to have a silly, goofy time. So like for me, it works putting aside the realistic aspect of the book, but for some people that doesn't work. So yeah, I don't know. I really had a good time. It was wild. I just saw nothing coming and I was just so shocked and so stressed. I had like actual reactions. Like I was saying things like out loud while listening to the audiobook. I was like, no, don't do that. That's stupid. That's not gonna work. I'm stressed. Why are you doing this? All by myself, like just listening to my audiobook. But I really enjoyed it. So I definitely would recommend it, especially if you've read from Holly Jackson before and you know you kind of like some of her books, whether you liked the whole Good Girls Guide to Murder series or maybe a couple of them. I think if you've read anything from her before and enjoyed it, I think you would like Five Survive. And it's a standalone, so the whole story gets wrapped up in this one book, which is very nice as well. But yeah, I finished that, gave it 4.5 stars, really loved it. And I did do some more reading of Cursed as well last night. Me and Darian and Casey did some reading together last night, which was really nice. I feel like it's been a while since I was able to like chat with them on Zoom. It probably hasn't been that long. It's just like when we go longer than like 3 days, it seems like it's forever. So yeah, I got to chat with them. It was really nice. And I did some reading of Cursed. I'm now on page 206, which is chapter 23. And this is definitely going really quickly, which is good because me and Darian are doing a 24-hour readathon tomorrow. I think we're starting it tomorrow night, which is nice because then I have like the whole day tomorrow to kind of do other things that I need to do. And I might try and finish this before the 24-hour readathon starts, but I feel like that's not going to happen. I could continue to read this during the 24-hour readathon, but I really want that 24-hour readathon to be like holiday focused. I really want to read like holiday rom-coms. I have a few like novellas that I want to read. Yeah, I just kind of want to like stick to that theme, but like I could realistically pick this up in the 24 hours. So we'll see what happens with that, but that's starting tomorrow night, which is very exciting. There's also going to be like a big snowstorm happening, I think Friday and like Friday night. So it could be interesting doing a 24-hour readathon during a snowstorm. I'm hoping that we don't lose power. I need to knock on wood. I need wood. I'll do the head for now. I'll knock on wood later. But basically, I don't want to lose power because if we lose power, if my camera dies, then I can't vlog. I mean, I could vlog on my phone, but if we lose power, I'm not gonna want to use my phone and use like up the battery. So fingers crossed, we don't lose power, we just get a lot of snow, and it adds to the Christmassy holiday 24-hour readathon vibes. That's what I want. Okay, hello, happy Friday. I just wanted to film a very quick clip because I'm actually in the middle of doing a holiday themed 24-hour readathon. So that's why the past couple of days there hasn't been a whole lot of filming for this vlog. I meant to update yesterday before the 24-hour readathon that this was happening and completely forgot. So that's the haps, but very excited to continue that 24-hour readathon. I've read some holiday novellas so far. I'm gonna get back into reading Cursed for, I think, probably the rest of the 24-hour readathon, potentially starting a buddy read with Darian as well. So we'll just see what happens, but I just wanted to update that I'm in the middle of a 24-hour readathon, and that's why this vlog perhaps doesn't have as much footage as normal, which like maybe you'll like, because some of my vlogs I tend to just ramble on, so you're welcome. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna go back to doing my 24-hour readathon, and we'll be back to filming for this vlog later on tonight. It's little magical ducks. Are you joking? Look at the poof.
I like the one in like the little thing. Well, I didn't get it clear.
Which one?
The one below the pool.
Oh, the little froggy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Stunning. This is hard work right now. It's not much, but it's honest work. And then we have today's. Oh my god, they're tiny. And they're cats. Or dogs. I think it might be a dog. It's a dog. Little dog faces.
Oh, he wants the coffee.
It's me, a puppuccino. It's me. Hi. Oh my god, I suddenly can listen to that album again and not feel dread that I'm not gonna be able to sing the songs live.
So, you have to tell Casey.
Oh yeah. Casey, good news. You're not gonna believe it. So it is now Saturday. The 24-hour readathon that me and Darian were doing yesterday has officially ended. I've somewhat recovered. I was so tired last night. I guess that's what happens when you stay up until 2:30 a.m. reading and then read all day, perhaps. Anyway, I've slightly recovered, and now it's Saturday, so me and my dad are about to head out and do some Christmas shopping, which I'm sure, you know, the last weekend before Christmas, the stores aren't going to be busy at all. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Not even gonna get claustrophobic at all. So yeah, that's what we're about to head out to do. But I also wanted to update because a couple of very exciting things happened during the 24-hour readathon yesterday. One is like significantly more exciting, at least to me, but they're both pretty cool, very exciting things. So first, the slightly less exciting thing is that I have officially read 100 books this year. I'm at 101 books read this year, which I have never done before. I know so many people reach that like every year and it's easy peasy, but for me that's never happened. And at the beginning of the year I kind of had a goal to potentially get to 100 books read this year. It wasn't my like Goodreads goal or anything, but I kind of had it in the back of my head that I wanted to try and reach 100 books read this year, and I did it. So I don't know if that's ever gonna happen again, but at least it's happened once. I also like was reading Cursed throughout this vlog, and I did finish it during the 24-hour readathon. I'm now reading Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison, which is like a fun friends to lovers fake dating on a Christmas tree farm type of vibe. I'm really excited to keep going into that. I think I'm like 30% of the way through, so that's what I'm going to be reading probably this weekend if I have time to read, because Christmas is next weekend and I have a lot to do. But the other exciting thing that I think is like significantly more exciting, I now have tickets to see Taylor Swift. I got scammed by Ticketmaster, as so many other people did. But I had Reputation Tour tickets. I bought them on my account. I had Loverfest tickets that got canceled because of the pandemic. And I had like so many things that I bought on the Taylor Swift website before. So I had that boost and the Loverfest tickets boost. I should have been a shoo-in to get tickets, right? No. By the time I got to like the front of the queue to buy tickets, it was like right then that the codes for the pre-sale stopped working. So couldn't get tickets. I got kicked out of the line and it was just a struggle. A few of my friends' parents got tickets, but I wasn't really sure if I necessarily had a ticket because it was just a weird situation and we all had tickets for different days and different amounts and it was just a weird thing. But now I officially have tickets. Me and my sister are gonna go and see Taylor Swift in May. So excited. And it's a good thing my sister has experienced me at a Taylor Swift concert before because I'm going to be screaming, crying, and throwing up, and she already knows. She just expects that. So she's already witnessed it once, and it's just gonna happen again, especially if she sings August. You will not hear from me ever again if she sings August at this tour, which I feel like there's a good chance because it's like the Eras tour. If that's like probably one of her most popular songs, if not her most popular song, perhaps, off of Folklore, like people love August. As they should. So I'm simply gonna lose my mind, but so excited. I'm so excited that I can finally like listen to Taylor Swift and not sob, see other people have tickets for Taylor Swift and not sob. Our seats aren't like super great. We're not in the nosebleeds, but we're in like the next section down and we're in like the back corner, but we're in the front row of the section we're in. So honestly, I don't even care. I'm just happy that I'm going to be there. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So yeah. Merry Christmas to me. What a Christmas miracle. Shout out to Taylor and Taylor's team for forcing Ticketmaster to give people another opportunity to request tickets because that's how I got them. And I'm very happy that they did that because it was not Ticketmaster at all. They literally said in the email, they were like, because Taylor and Taylor's team wanted us to do this. It's like, yeah, Ticketmaster can still choke, but at least I have tickets. But now I need to go and get ready to actually head out the door, do some shopping, and hopefully not get too overwhelmed by the amount of people that I'm about to be around. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So it is now Monday of the next week. It's time for me to start the final weekly vlog. Oh, bless you, Sammy. But it is now time for me to wrap up this vlog, start next week's Vlogmas vlog, the final week of Vlogmas, which is so wild. This month has just flown by. I do not understand how it's gone by so fast, but I wanted to quickly wrap up this vlog first. So this weekend I did do some Christmas shopping like I was saying on Saturday, and then honestly Saturday and Sunday was a big crafty DIY Christmas gift day and watching Christmas movies while I did those crafts. So that was really all I did this weekend. I am feeling much better. I've gotten like most of the DIY gifts done. I have one thing that I kind of want to do still for someone, but I haven't even started it yet and I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it, but I might still try and get it done. We'll see. But I have like mostly everything, all of the other DIY gifts that I have to do done, or like almost done. They're almost there, but the majority of it is done. So I'm feeling much better. However, I still have all of my wrapping to do. I have not wrapped a single gift. Normally I wrap throughout the month and then I still end up having a ton that I have to wrap the week leading up to Christmas, but it helps that I've done some before. Not this year. I've not wrapped a single thing. So next week's vlog is going to be a lot of wrapping montages, I think. But also to wrap up the reading I did this week, because I did do a lot of reading, even though some of it was for the 24-hour readathon vlog, which will be my next video, I think, going up. So I did read Fave Survive by Holly Jackson. I'm pretty sure that happened at the beginning of this week. That seems like forever ago, but I believe that that was the beginning of this weekly vlog, and I gave that 4.5 stars. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. I also read a couple of holiday novellas this week for the 24-hour readathon, which will be coming out hopefully the next video. I think it's going to be the next video that I post. And then I also did finish Cursed during the 24-hour readathon as well. I am going to keep my thoughts to myself for a little bit longer, just until maybe my next 5-star predictions vlog. You may hear some thoughts on it before that. Hint, hint. But yeah, I did finish this, and I'm very happy to have finished this and finished this duology. And now I just have to wait another year for the next Marissa Meyer book. It's fine. And then I did start Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. I started this during the 24-hour readathon. I've read a little bit more since. I actually have no idea how far into it I am. Let me just check the Kindle and see where I'm at. I'm on chapter 15, which is 53% of the way through. So a little over halfway. I think I'll be able to finish it next week. I'm actually happy that this is the book that I'm going to be reading leading up to Christmas, because this is like set on a Christmas tree farm. I think it's going to be approaching the holiday season. It's going to be like December, I think, soon in this book. So very excited to have that as like my last read before Christmas. I just think it makes sense. So yeah, excited to finish that. I'm still enjoying it. I'm having a good time with it. I don't know if it's going to be like a new all-time favorite romance, but it's fun. And there's more books in the series, like companion books that follow some of the friends in this book, so I'm excited to pick those up eventually. Like, I definitely am enjoying it enough where I think I'll read the next books in the series, especially the next one, because it's following Beckett, who is the main character. Stella's like one of the guys that works on the farm with her and one of her friends, and I love him, so excited to read that. Okay, hi. I realized when I was doing the outro for this vlog that I didn't actually update you all on the lightfall readathon and what I managed to read for that, because I was very low-key participating in it, just reading what I wanted and then counting what I read towards the readathon. I didn't have a specific TBR or anything, but I did visit the Old Tales bookstore. Of course I did, and it's an antique bookstore and lounge, and I did read a mystery and thriller for that prompt in that store, which I read Fave Survive by Holly Jackson. I didn't do any of the extra activities for that store. And then the other store that I went to was Smith and Friends and Sons Arcane Goods and Such, which is quite a name for a place. I love it. But this is a general store for magical goods, and I did do the main prompt for this one and one of the extra activities. So I did read a contemporary book. I read The Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese. And then one of the extra activities was to read a book set during a holiday. So I counted A Christmas Surprise by Emily Murdo for that. And those were the two novellas that I read during the 24-hour readathon. So didn't go to a ton of things, didn't do a ton of the prompts, but it was fun for what I could do. Yeah, I was happy to like participate in a readathon around this time of year. There's so many holiday readathons that I just never participate in because this time of year is just already too hectic. But I'm glad I was able to do a little bit of this one and do a couple of the prompts. But yeah, I just wanted to give an update on that before ending this vlog, and now I will let Lisa from the past, who was outroing this vlog, continue on. But yeah, I think that is it. That's everything I read, everything I was doing this weekend. And again, I will be doing one more vlog in December. I still have the lead up to Christmas to document. I definitely think the next vlog is going to be a little bit shorter just because I'm not going to vlog like Christmas Eve and Christmas. I'm just going to like be present and be with my family and enjoy the holiday. So I don't know how much I actually will film next week, but I'm still going to document the lead up at least, or try my best to. So there still will be one more vlog to look out for that will hopefully be going up like as soon as possible after Christmas. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go an intro next week's vlog now. So thank you all so much for watching this vlog, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.